Allie LaForce will be with us courtside. Well, Grant, tonight we've got two teams who aren't afraid to slow the pace of the game.
Well, B.A., it's because they're both adept at operating their half-court sets. They don't feel the need to push the tempo all the time.
How about the bounce?
We can call that bounce per ounce. Can't be denied. Halliburton with the ball. Over Thompson. Halliburton misses. And so George will bring it up to the Miami Heat. Pass to Levine. Puts up a three. Knocks down the long J.
A well-practiced shooter. Levine has complete confidence in his shooting motion.
And here's Halliburton. Now Holmgren. Back to Halliburton. Clock at 6. On the take. And the dunk by Halliburton.
Yeah, great play. Halliburton ferocious with the ball in his hands, using that long frame to his advantage.
Blockbuster trades have become more the norm here in the NBA, Grant. Just ask Portland in 2023.
Yeah, the Trailblazers were at the center of some big moves, but that's just how it's done now. Entire teams can be restructured in the process of a single transaction.
Now here's Halliburton. To the middle. Here's Porter. That's good. And Halliburton gets the assist.
And making it look easy. Even with aggressive coverage, Porter Jr. finds a way to score.
Pass to Edey. Left side, Levine. George outside. And he can't jam it through. Now Portland with it. They trail by 1. Leonard can't get it to go. Inside. Back to Thompson. Shoots over Holmgren. Now here's Thompson. Holmgren with the block.
And you can't forget about Holmgren's reach, especially when he's nearby on defense.
And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
And so it's Eric Spoelstra with the timeout here. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. And Levine has got the ball here for the Heat. There's a screen. Goes up on the wing. And he recovers it. George outside. Pass to Edey. Lets it go from deep. Portland with a rebound. Leonard on the wing. Halliburton outside. Now Porter. Back to Halliburton. Oh, George with a steal. Caldwell Pope with it. Left side, Levine. And here's George. Back to Levine. Edey for 3. Oh, he missed that one. 1 for 3 in this one so far. Portland leading. You know, after sitting out his first pro year due to a foot injury, Chet Holmgren was well worth the wait, Grant.
Yes, he was. And Chet was actually guarding LeBron during a summer Pro-Am game when he hurt his foot. But Chet was a monster his rookie year. Already an elite shot blocker.
Porter gets the bucket.
Well, Porter Jr. shoots a very high percentage in the paint.
Thompson scanning the floor. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. Miami shooting their first free throw of the night here. And so he hits the technical free throw. Well, Coach, the Heat have had some deep playoff runs recently, making the finals twice in 5 years.
Yeah, Brian, and what's really interesting is that they've only been higher than a 5 seed once in that span. They just hit a different gear in the playoffs.
6 to shoot. Edey for 3. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Levine.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
To the paint. Here's Porter. And then Porter with the dunk.
Yeah, it seems like Porter Jr. could do even more of this, attacking right at the rim.
Thompson, no good. Now Portland with it. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Chet Holmgren makes up for his light frame with aggression. He said, quote, "You don't have to take a second look at me now to know that I'm not the biggest dude width-wise, so I have to hit first. Otherwise, the game's not going to go in my favor when things get physical," unquote. Brian, you agree?
I do, and you can tell he just refuses to back down, Allie. Pass to George. Back to Thompson. Into the lane. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Tough to slow Thompson down when he's got a lane to the rim like that.
There's 31 seconds left in the first quarter here. And it's Holmgren missing.
That was a good look for the mid-range. He'd like to have that one back.
Outside for Levine. Oh, and the jam by Levine.
Well, that was impressive. There are only a few players in the league who can pull that off.
Here's Holmgren. Counted.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
George outside. Well, a good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Miami out in front, up by 1. And quarter number 2 will get underway. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And guys, what's your take on Miami so far?
Well, they've really been racking up three-pointers in bunches. They've been so impressive to watch.
And with each made 3, their confidence continues to build. Their opposition might want to change their approach to try to slow them down.
Leonard looking over the floor. Here goes Leonard. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
Ooh, lots of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws will follow that whistle. Stan, LeBron James is widely regarded as one of the most intelligent players in the league. Who else stands out to you as far as basketball IQ?
Oh, Brian, that's a tough question. There's so many of them. Nikola Jokic, Luka Doncic. There's just so many intelligent guys in this league. Fans that think it's all about athleticism don't understand how intelligent the best players are.
Fast break Miami. Here's Thompson. And then jammed down as he goes right over Chet Holmgren.
That's unreal. I mean, Thompson, that boy's going to hit his head on the rim one day. Oh.
Pass to Holmgren. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
And, you know, when you have the size and skill of a guy like Chet Holmgren, you're going to draw fouls.
Grant, there have been so many great players that have gone through Portland over the years.
Yeah, it's hard to believe it's almost 50 years since their last title. It's a great city with a great fan base. And for their sake, I hope their second title comes soon.
Healed for 3. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. Dillingham was the sixth man during his lone college season, Greg, and he proved to be instant offense.
Oh, he's got elite speed. He's great at creating space, and he's incredibly shifty. You know, he reminds me of Lou Williams in terms of physique and ability.
Pass to Leonard. Leonard spikes it down.
They're taking the opportunity to get airborne. Kawhi doesn't hold back when he sees an opening.
And Eric Spoelstra decides to call timeout. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. Well, Coach, how about the Eric Spoelstra story? Started as a video coordinator with the Heat back in '95. You were an assistant in Miami back then.
Yeah, look, Brian, even then, Eric is one of the rare guys that all of us on the staff knew right from the beginning that he had all the makings of a great coach. Players trusted him and had confidence in his ability to help them.
From the video room to the Hall of Fame one day.
No question.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. Well, Stan, he was a five-time All-Star. Chauncey Billups, just 1 year as an assistant before becoming a head coach.
Yeah, but Brian, Chauncey Billups was a guy that even when he was a player and then as a broadcaster, always thought like a head coach.
Caruso outside. Thompson with a steal. Now the Blazers on the move. Here's Leonard. Outside for Porter. Back to Leonard. And the dunk by Leonard.
Way to rise to the occasion and snatch back the momentum.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
To the inside. Clingan. Banked it in off the glass. Klingan's got his first points of the game.
And Clingan just owns the middle.
And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. And the big finish by Holmgren. Oh, man, this has been an absolute battle in the first half.
Each team trying to establish itself. The lead just keeps going back and forth.
Pass to Heel. Here's Clingan. He's covered by Holmgren. 5 on the clock. Back to Heel. The three. Up again. Here's Halliburton. Here's Porter. 4-3. It's good. And the assist that time from Leonard. Porter's got 9.
Well, year in and year out, Porter is so consistent from 3.
And it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here.
Timeout.
Almost had the steal. You have to love the pressure defense.
Yeah, deflections are a stat that a lot of teams track, disrupting the offense's rhythm and flow.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout here. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Here's Edey. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a three-point play.
Plays like that make the coach's life easy. Love the work rate he shows on the glass to get the score.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Trailblazers.
Well, I like how they're going right at the defense, creating high-quality looks with that penetration.
And from the jump, they've also clearly been focused on running effective plays here tonight. And there's been a lot of high-quality distribution from them on the floor.
Shot clock at 6. Trailblazers got to hurry, got to get up a shot. Offensive rebound.
Wow. Missed the easy one right there, right at the rim, but came up empty.
Thompson's shot is off. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for Portland. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Here's a great quote from Coach Eric Spoelstra, who said, "The Miami Heat culture is a system based on discipline and hard work. We stand for something. That's competition. That's winning. We feel that there's a championship DNA that you can develop." And Brian, they walk the walk.
One of the great organizations in the league, Allie. And growing up in California, Stan, when did you first fall in love with the game of basketball?
Well, Brian, my dad coached for a long time, and I just remember going to his practices and going to his games. I can't remember a time where I didn't love the game.
Pass to Levine. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist.
3 points.
Levine's got his third basket on the night right there.
Well, he's a consistent range scorer. Levine's team wants him to find these looks.
Out to the right wing. Here's Jovic. George defending. Ball right side. Pass to Jovic. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. And the Trailblazers lead by 1.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Oh, they get a hand on it. Back to Thompson. Here's Edey. Ball with the rebound. Pass to Thompson. From deep, Thompson pulls it in. And it's Miami's ball. 3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Now George. Back to Thompson. Now Levine. For 3. The shot misses. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Trailblazers out in front, leading by a point. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge. Ball with it. Over to the wing. And here's Nurkic. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Jovic. And the foul called on Paul George. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Now Nurkic. Still no points. 5 to shoot. Going inside. And Nurkic throws it down.
Oh, the big man, Nurkic, from super close range.
And your first NBA coaching job was with the Miami Heat, Stan. That was as an assistant back in the 90s, just a few years ago.
Yeah, just a few, Brian. And the Heat have changed a lot. The game has changed a lot over those years. Look, back then, the Heat were probably the most physical team in the NBA, and it was just knockdown, drag-out fights all the time.
Out of bounds. It'll be Miami's ball. Heat trail by 3. On the wing, Thompson. And it's good. Credit Levine with the assist. Thompson's got 8.
You know, inside is where Thompson excels, and the concentration allowing him to finish there.
Thompson with the block. Levine down the lane. Out of bounds. It'll be Trailblazers ball.
Blazers ball.
We've got a close game here in Portland. Ball surveys the floor. And we're just about 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Again, the miss by Nurkic.
Not a great start to the second half, just 1 for 4. Got to find ways to generate better looks here.
George outside. Here's Edey. And the shot goes in. 10 points for him.
And when you look at the numbers over the last few years, it's clear that George has made a jump as a playmaker.
Pass to Nurkic. The kick out to Ball. Clock at 6. Oh, Thompson, the long-range triple.
Oh, from way back there. I mean, I'm calling that clay range.
And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over.
Let's hear it for you. Substitution on the court.
Pass to Klingon. Up top, Caldwell Pope. Levine with it. 6 to shoot. Down low. Here's Klingon. Another shot. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. Portland leading.
Miami foul. Billy. First personal foul. Second team foul.
Miami on D. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points. Bam! Chet rocking the rim.
And before he even leaves the floor, Holmgren has the ball at rim level.
On the wing, Caldwell Pope. On the wing, Levine. Back to Caldwell Pope. Pass to Levine. Just 5 to shoot. George for 3. Knocks down the triple. George has got his first 3 points of the game.
And the defense has to be more aware of Paul George. You got to know how fast his trigger is.
Tyrese playing big in the painted area.
Oh, just an easy reverse for him. He has nice feel and touch around the bucket.
It's Levine with a drive. The shot won't fall. Trailblazers lead by 3. Halliburton outside. Pass to Holmgren. On the wing, Porter. Misses the 3. Coach, after 3 back surgeries in 5 years, it is truly amazing that Michael Porter Jr. is still playing at all.
Yeah, it really is, Brian. And for him to get back to playing at the highest level, he has really stuck with it. And you've got to admire his mental and physical toughness.
And it's the Trailblazers' ball. It's a 3-point game. Looking ahead, they've got the Cavaliers coming to town for their next one. And that's the 3rd game out of 4 at home for them. Pass to Holmgren. Levine with a steal. Ooh, Levine getting after it on the break.
And Levine's eyes light up when the break is on. He's so elusive in these situations.
And so they foul intentionally. Miami making a switch here. Here's Halliburton. 52 seconds left in the 3rd. To the middle. And the big finish by Holmgren.
And this is why so many are high on Holmgren. His ability to dominate games with his scoring.
Hield on the wing. Pass to Dillingham. Back to Hield. He can't get it to go. Good D by Ball. Trailblazers lead by 3. Here's Leonard. Oh, gonna take more than that to stop Kawhi.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
Here's Dillingham. Oh, solid D from Leonard. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Portland ahead, up by 5. Don't go anywhere. The final.
The Heat, 36.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Heat trail by 5. Here's Dillingham. Pass to Jackson. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Jackson's got his first points in this one.
This is when your interior D has to be on high alert.
Halliburton outside. Holmgren. And the big finish by Holmgren.
And you know, as a roller, Holmgren shows great hands, and he makes nice adjustments moving downhill.
Here's Dillingham. Outside heel. Shot clock at 6. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation there on the defense.
Shooting for Miami.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Trailblazers.
Well, they've been owning the painted area offensively. I love the intensity they're playing with down there.
And we can't forget about how ferocious they've been cutting to the rim, just going right at defenders and finding ways to finish.
Outside heel. Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation.
60 ticks off the clock here in the fourth. And here's Dillingham from the arc.
And just a tough guy to get around. Halliburton, very effective defensively, forces the road shot.
Heat trail by 4. There's the drive. Pass to Klingon. Here's Dillingham. Here's Klingon. No good on the shot. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Halliburton looking for an opening. Leonard outside. Beyond the arc. Look at Leonard. Dialed in from deep. Timeout.
He's been a steady presence for them. Nice to have that kind of safety net at the offensive end.
And so it's Eric Spoelstra with the timeout here. He is not messing around, calling them into the huddle. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Eric Spoelstra's huddle, and he was adamant that they need to tighten up their D. That lack of communication at that end has led to breakdowns, wide open shooters, and easy buckets. He sounded pretty frustrated, guys.
Okay, thank you, Allie. Back to Levine. They set the pick. 6 to shoot. Pass to Edie. And that one is stuffed right through.
Assisted.
Well, look, Levine is such a gifted scorer that it opens up so much for him out of pick and roll action.
Leonard right side. Ooh, nice D from George. And here's Thompson. He'll bring it up for the Heat. Caldwell Pope with it. No good with the triple. Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. To the paint. Here's Holmgren. And the big finish by Holmgren.
This is what everyone wants from Holmgren. Attacking without reservation on offense.
Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Outside for Levine. And Kawhi Leonard gets a whistle that time.
Kawhi Leonard.
That's his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Thompson. Off the inbound.
You combine instincts and awareness, Leonard is arguably the best defender in the NBA.
And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
Well, he continues to make the effort, but the results just aren't there this quarter.
Back to Thompson. Clock at 6. Back to Levine. The Heat need to get one up in a hurry. And it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over.
Blazers ball.
They've got time on their side here, Grant.
And if they're smart, they'll milk the clock a little.
Halliburton outside. To the inside. Now here's Levine. And the dunk by Levine.
Those are huge points from Levine. Stepping up.
Screen by Holmgren. Halliburton on the wing. Back to Holmgren. Rebound Miami. Pass to Thompson. Out left to the wing. Here's Edey. Out to Thompson. And stolen by Leonard. Here's Halliburton. Again, the miss by Portland. George with it. He's guarded by Porter. Left side, Levine. Here's Thompson. With the drive. Oh, misses the dunk.
Love to see guys challenge one another like that. Advantage to the defense that time.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
George for 3. Klay Thompson pulls down the board. So it's Portland now. They lead by 8. Biggest lead of the game. Leonard can't get it to go. .34 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Inside. Levine. And he banks in the layup.
Well, in a situation like this, you go to a proven scorer like Levine every time.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
A chance here to possibly put the game away.
They have to remain focused to get it done.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Second team foul.
He gets the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
They're one of the greatest shooters ever. Thompson's confidence is what makes him so dangerous. Honestly, they're just down by too much to mount a comeback.
Well, you want your players to keep playing hard, but let's be honest. This game's over.
And there's the screen. Outside Levine. Launches a 3. Oh, nails the triple. 8 seconds left in the fourth. And he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, and there's no question they have to foul. Now, I'm sure they would have preferred to avoid it.
At the line for Portland.
And he hits both free throws here. And it's a 7-point game. Miami calls timeout. They trail by 7. Guys, what do you think?
And time's running short. They just couldn't get over that hump.
Well, I've been in this spot more times than I'd like to admit. All you can do is tell your guys to hold their heads up and finish strong.
Nails it from beyond the arc.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
So it's the Trailblazers taking the W in a close one. Boy, a hard-fought game. They did a great job of holding on to the lead at the end.
Yeah, get the coffee, because that's the way to close. You're going to face some obstacles in the game, but they overcame every one.
And that'll wrap it up, folks.
We just getting started in the air. Got these some on my lap. My spidey senses plotting as attention cross the room from them who's been watching. I'm throwing up the east like it's bad on my stomach. They put a thumbs up like hitchhiking in the thunder. In my hood we all the same, but we all got it popping. When I say what's them, that mean you doing your thing, partner. Yeah. Another day, another dollar. What's them? Yeah. I be stunting like a big timer. What's them? Yeah. Another night. What's them? Yeah. She give you drama. What's them? Yeah. If you see me, just give me a holler. What's them? Yeah. You need motion? I got all kinds of. What's them? Yeah. If you see me, just give me a holler. What's them? Yeah. If you see me, just give me a holler. What's them?
Baby, I can't believe you're mine. Loosen up, better read the signs. I know that I'm around this time. No, you need to dance. Move around to the strings I play. Baby girl, you're so fine. If you're down, we can meet some time. Baby, could you release your mind? Calling me right outside the lines. I know that I'll be in times, so I'll be right there. Baby, could you release your mind?
Happy weekend. Everyone, it's the NBA on Saturday night, presented to you live on 2K Sports. Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Anderson, along with Grant Hill and Brent Barry, our distinguished analyst. Allie LaForce on the sidelines. Here we go. Their first chance this season playing the Thunder. It'll be the Thunder off the tip. Doncic outside. Pass to Porzingis. Offline with a three. Grant, there have been so many great players that have gone through Portland over the years.
Yeah, it's hard to believe it's almost 50 years since their last title. It's a great city with a great fan base. And for their sake, I hope their second title comes soon.
Ready to shoot. Porzingis fires.
And here's Halliburton. Outside Porter. And a nice finish on the layup.
Yeah, attack mode from the start. Exactly what you want coming into this game.
Tone setting right here early. Love that tenacity.
Porzingis sets a screen. Doncic, no good.
Yeah, better than giving up the layup. You want to go in there and use the hard foul. They did it there. That's aggressive attitude defensively.
Leonard for three. Porzingis grabs the board. Allie LaForce had a chance to catch up with head coach Chauncey Billups. Allie, what do you have to say?
He had a sleepless night trying to figure out how to stop Luka Doncic. He said it's rare to see a player force the other 9 players on the floor to play at his pace. It's very methodical. Like a machine, he said Doncic shows no mercy. Brian?
Thanks for that, Allie. Pass to Holmgren. Ball stolen. Now here's Barnes. Defended by Thompson. Kept alive. Porzingis for three. Oh, he missed that one. 1 for 3 in this one so far. And Halliburton has got the ball here for the Trailblazers. To the middle. Here's Porter. And the shot's off. 1 for 2 in this one.
I'm not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
A nice shot by Doncic.
And how about the handles Luka has? Phenomenal at creating scoring opportunities for himself.
Halliburton outside. Pass to Holmgren. Jacks up a three. Drops in the three.
And you can already tell Holmgren has an edge to his game. Gets the three right back. That's the competitive streak you need as a young player.
Here's Porzingis. Gets the 14-footer to fall. Porzingis has got 5 now. Already 5 lead changes here.
Speaks to how evenly matched these teams have been thus far.
To the paint. That's tipped. It's stolen by Doncic. Here's Whitehead. Pass to Doncic. Porzingis sets a screen. Second chance effort. And it's Doncic missing.
Is it getting cold in here? This is a tough one. Crucial that he starts to work a little harder for a higher percentage shot.
And here's Porter. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And Porter's height and length around the basket is going to help him create opportunities to score.
Barnes a screen. Porzingis for three. The shot is good. Doncic making the play. Give him 8.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Porter a screen. Inside. Knocked loose. To the inside. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Holmgren. Leonard for 3. Nails it from 3. Leonard's gotten his second bucket of the game.
I mean, is there another guy in the league who knows when his team needs this kind of lift? Kawhi getting those 3 points right back.
Now here's Doncic. Now here's Porzingis. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. 3 on 3. Now here's Halliburton. Pass to Thompson. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
That's a great sign. Clay up there and rocking the rim.
Down low. Here's Porzingis. Basket counts. Porzingis has got 10 points in the game.
Now that basket must be widening out right now, and he's making almost every shot he's putting up this quarter.
Porter a screen. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. 34 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Outside Barnes. The three is up. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
They keep capturing the lead, then giving it back. We'll see if they can hold on to it this time.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
Now here's Porter. Doncic grabs the miss. Brooks from outside. Can't get it to drop. Kristaps Porzingis getting it done for the Thunder. He put together 10 points in the quarter. And don't go far. We'll be right back. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Thunder?
Well, we're in the era of the three-point basket. So if you want to win games in this league, you have to connect from deep. And they have been thus far.
Let's make sure that that selfish nerve doesn't get tapped, because right now there's great ball movement. They're setting each other up. Let's see if that maintains.
Trailblazers got to hurry. Got to get up a shot. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Well, despite the effort to create super teams, the league has a lot of parity right now, Grant.
It really does, and I like it. It's not quite like the 80s Celtics and Lakers or the 90s Bulls, partly because of the salary cap. It's so hard to pay more than 2, maybe 3 stars at a time.
Thunder with a lead. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Brian, Tyrese Halliburton, an all-star starter last season, is not done yet. He said, quote, "I want to be a champion, a Hall of Famer, and one of the greats. I want the next generation to talk about my ability as a basketball player. That's definitely the goal, and I don't ever set limits." Brian?
Allie just scratching the surface. Thank you. Good stuff there. To the middle. Here's Sarr. And he goes in for the dunk.
Just bouncing off contact. Sarr, man, 2 points the hard way.
This past offseason, OKC decided to move on from their former first-round pick, Josh Giddey.
Yeah, the 6th overall pick in 2021. Giddey is a talented player with good upside, but fit is so important in the NBA, and the Thunder knew his talents would be better suited elsewhere.
Oklahoma City leading by 4. Here's Halliburton. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
Tenacious play by Halliburton, crashing into a foul and still sinking that shot.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Grant, how about the rise of OKC in just 2 years, transforming from a 24-win team to the top seed?
Incredible, B.A. The Thunder drafted well and gave those picks lots of playing time. Plus, they made some fantastic trades. And of course, don't forget, OKC still has a boatload of picks.
So it's Portland now. They've only given up 2 points this quarter. Count it.
Defense doing their best to put Halliburton off balance, but he stays flexible, kind of warps around the defense and adjusts to the contact.
Dunn outside. To the inside. Sarr. And And he throws it down. What a terrific lead pass.
Well, you have to track Sarr in that action. He's so fluid for his size and does a great job coming off the pick.
Halliburton misses. Here's Oklahoma City now. Pass to Battle. Here's Sarr. Out to the right wing. Oh, got a piece of it. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ball.
Just a millisecond late. So close to coming up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
Here's Sarr. Oh, he goes right over Yusuf Nurkic. Slams it down.
Sarr using all of his length and athleticism to tell this league that he has arrived.
There's a screen by Nurkic. Halliburton drives. Pass to Nurkic. Clock at 6. Here's Halliburton. Hitting his third shot in 7 looks.
This is a veteran play call by Halliburton, getting some aid from his teammates instead of trying to do it all by himself.
Sarr. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
He's just too quick to the cup. No one near him to get postered.
Halliburton on the attack. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Personal foul.
There are times when you want your guards to be aggressive, and Halliburton there with a great take.
No good on that one. Blockbuster trades have become more the norm here in the NBA, Grant. Just ask Portland in 2023.
Yeah, the Trailblazers were at the center of some big moves. But that's just how it's done now. Entire teams can be restructured in the process of a single transaction.
Pass to McCain. Let's go with a 3. Rebounded by Nurkic. Blazers trail by 3. Out of bounds, the Thunder will take it. And Chauncey Billups calls timeout here. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Teams deciding to change it up. So it's Oklahoma City now. It's a 3-point game. They host the Hawks after this one. That game marks the start of a 4-game homestand for the club. And another miss by Oklahoma City.
Probably not the shot that was drawn up for that possession, but you can't pass it up and you can't knock it down.
Leonard inside. 5 points in the game. It's rebounded by Houston. Oklahoma City leading by 3. Here's Porzingis, plenty of space. The quick look, no good that time.
With that much room around him, it's hard to imagine he could have gotten a better shot.
Ooh, and Leonard throws it down.
What a powerhouse move from Kawhi, getting right to the rim.
Barnes a screen to the paint. Pass to Houston. Here's McCain. To the left side wing. It's stolen by Leonard. 52 seconds left to play in the first half of basketball. It's Holmgren, high post. And he misses the go-ahead basket.
Yeah, you have to knock those down. Open shots inside the arc are rare in this league.
Barnes, it's good.
Inside, Barnes knows he has to fully commit. You don't finish against contact by going in there with half the effort.
Pass to Holmgren. Launches a 3. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. 2-second difference between shot and game clock. Got it. And now it's a 5-point Oklahoma City lead.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
And here's Porzingis. Porzingis punishing inside.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Picked it out of midair. It could go. He's off on that one. And so it's Oklahoma City closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. Just pounding the painted area. That's helped him build an advantage. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this. Well, for those just tuning in, thanks for being with us. Second half of this game still to play. And Ball will bring it up here for Portland. They trail by 7. Pass to Holmgren. Fires the 3. They grab their own miss. And another shot. Look at Chet using his size inside.
It's so difficult to defend Holmgren inside. For such a young player, his body control and awareness are off the charts.
To the wing, right side. Here's McCain. Inside. They kick it out to Porzingis. From deep range, KP hits it.
And the coaching staff better alert their defense to Porzingis and how comfortable he is right now on offense.
Pass to Leonard. Outside Porter. From the arc. Porzingis grabs the board. Thunder leading by 8. And a fun fact here, Brent, the Trailblazers' name was actually chosen by the fans.
Oh, that's so awesome, BA, to remind fans of how it is that Portland got its name. It was an open contest, and they had, I think, over 10,000 entries. And there are a couple other names that we should throw out there. It could have been the Pioneers or the Doug Furs. I think they chose wisely.
Pass to Thompson. And stolen by Porzingis. Here's Houston. Pure from three-point range. And now it's an 11-point Thunder lead.
Backing up that last 3 with another 3. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
Outside for Porter. Pass to Leonard. 6 to shoot. Stripped it away. Here's McCain. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. McCain's got his first 2 points.
And not wasting any time here, kicking their offense right back into gear. That's 3 of 4 from the field.
And that one's good. Thompson.
Just so remarkable and consistent from distance is Klay Thompson.
Here's McCain. Here's Porzingis. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It's going to go on Chet Holmgren.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
I still think, even after a few seasons, that Porzingis has a focus to continue to get stronger physically.
And we've got a timeout called by Mark Dagnall. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. So it's both teams making substitutions here. And that's good as he hits both shots.
A big fella with the ability and confidence at the free throw line is something that every team wants. Don't have to make those late substitutions. Keep your big guys on the floor.
Pass to Holmgren. Thompson outside. Now Holmgren. He's got 5. 6 on the shot clock. And here's Porter outside. Oklahoma City grabs a miss.
Well, his poor shooting is a big reason that they're staring at this deficit right now. He needs to get on track if they're going to find a way to win.
Pass to Holmgren. To the inside. Porzingis on the double team. Oh, Brooks with the steal. In transition, here they come. The 3. Whitehead's shot is good. Whitehead's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. And Luka Doncic is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Brent, you spent some time in front offices. How much more do teams rely on analytics now versus even a decade ago?
Oh, a massive amount, BA, but there are a lot of teams that aren't there. I think it's a constant battle about how far you're going to push, leaning into the numbers with all these net ratings and the ways that you can start to digest what it is that guys are producing on the floor. Teams are getting smarter and smarter.
And it's Brooks missing. Blazers trail by 12. Halliburton with the ball. He has 7. Hardaway on the wing. That's good. And Halliburton gets the assist. Hardaway's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
We've seen scoring totals increasing, and fans might appreciate it, but NBA VP and head of basketball ops Joe G. Marsh said, quote, "I think what fans really want to see is incredible competition. The score is secondary to that. And guys, you talk about competing, Joe D. brought it at both ends of the floor."
No doubt about that. Well said, Allie. Down low. Porzingis on the double team. Pass to Holmgren. Kicks it out to Hardaway. Halliburton outside. Three-pointer off the mark.
I'm not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
And so it's Halliburton with it. He brings it up to the Portland Trail Blazers. 9-point game. Here's Thompson. Pass to Holmgren. On the wing, Thompson. Back to Holmgren. Fires the 3. Out to Thompson. Back to Holmgren. Three-pointer. Thompson's shot is off.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
And here's Doncic outside. Portland with a rebound. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. And now we've got an intentional foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Oklahoma City making a switch here. And Mark Daigneault has called a timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. So both teams changing it up here. 27 seconds left in the third quarter. Hardaway from outside. Connects from downtown. Hardaway's got 6 in the quarter.
I just love the ball movement.
Don outside. Pass to Sarr. They get back on track. Rebounded by Nurkic.
Probably not the shot they had in mind, but you can't fault him. He had a clean look.
The 3 from Thompson, and it's in! Oh! Nails the buzzer beater! Are you kidding?
Make no mistake, that's a big
43. Fourth quarter.
3 tense quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the 4th. Thunder leading by 3. Pass to Edwards. It's Barnes on the wing. Now the Blazers on the move. Outside Hardaway. Clock at 6. Back to Nurkic. Ooh, it's stolen. Dunn outside. The 3 from Barnes. No good. Man, they've been careless with the ball tonight.
Yeah, it's a lack of focus and a lack of discipline. They're better than this.
Back to Leonard. Pass to Nurkic to tie it up. Nails it from beyond the arc. Nurkic just got his first 3 points of the game.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
Now here's Thompson. And here's Nurkic. To the paint. Here's Leonard. Oh, Leonard right through the defender.
Yeah, you could be as physical as you want with Kawhi Leonard. He just stays with it and is unshaken.
Pass to Sarr. Now Barnes. Here's McCain. The three ball. Fires in the triple. And the Thunder lead by 1. This is the very definition of a back-and-forth contest.
Yes, neither side taking its foot off the gas. I'm expecting a spectacular finish.
The Thunder pull it in. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Dunn left side. Back to Barnes. The three. Oh, almost had a 4-point play right there. But he'll go to the line with a chance for 3. It's going to go on Kawhi Leonard.
I like the control from Barnes while getting fouled. Still able to get that shot up.
And you know, Brett, Scotty Barnes does so much for this team. That includes creating for others.
Yeah, I think that's probably the #1 attribute. He's got the length and size to be a defender that can guard 2 through 4, BA, but Scotty's a problem because he can create opportunities and advantage on the offensive end.
Screen by Leonard. Here's Halliburton. Rejected by Barnes.
There's the length. Tough to get over Scotty Barnes.
A stronger defensive presence would have saved them 2 points.
It didn't seem like anybody was really aware there to go and collect that rebound in the possession.
Barnes goes in. Pass to McCain. It's Barnes on the wing. Dunn outside. 5 to shoot. Outside Edwards. Here's McCain. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Portland trailing here. Screen by Leonard. Now here's Holmgren. From deep. Oh, the long ball from Holmgren.
These moments are important for Holmgren's development. He needs to keep sinking those big-time shots.
Pass to McCain. Outside Barnes. Edwards with it. Holmgren with the block. Halliburton surveys the floor. Oh, they get a hand on it. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Holmgren. So Oklahoma City going with almost an entire new group here. Here's Whitehead. Brooks outside. Pass to Doncic. Now Brooks lets it go from deep. Knocks down the long J. Brooks has gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. A minute 53 left in the fourth. Halliburton goes. Porter with it. Doncic pulls down the board. Right side Barnes. There's the triple. Portland with a rebound. Halliburton outside. Porter a screen. Rejected by Barnes. And it's out of bounds. The Trailblazers able to retain possession here. 1:24 left to play in the fourth. 6 to shoot. Pass to Holmgren. Lets the three fly. Porzingis grabs the board. And here's Doncic. He'll bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. They lead by 1. Whitehead can't get it to go. Leonard outside. Outside for Halliburton. Back to Leonard. The three is up. Oh, gets the three to fall.
Man, I'll tell you what, the pressure is cranked up. Who better to call than this guy? To
the middle. Here's Porzingis. Money.
There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
And here's Halliburton. Pass to Porter. Back to Halliburton. And Chauncey Billups calls timeout. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page.
Wow.
17 seconds left to the fourth.
And as a defender, you are left somewhat helpless to stop that. Leonard with too many moves in his arsenal and a flood of ice water in his veins.
Here's Porzingis. No good. Pass to McCain. For the win. Oh, that shot had a chance, but the all-or-nothing shot attempt is off the mark. So a close game sees Portland taking this one. That was an incredible night of hoops. A tremendous finish. They waited until the very last moment to seal it.
And so many times we see these close games won by the home team.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.